war never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Don Dawson. Welcome to Vigor. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around here. Oh, it's let out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I landed in a place. How'd I do? Stuff that. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by the Vigor Tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the Vigor Tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties. Surprised anybody'd want to tangle with you. Heck, you could go Deathclaw hunting with a switch. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in the bighorn and dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light. Mother. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one, conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay. How about this one? Last one. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you. Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Hey, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they had run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron, Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Howdy.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back, and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken-down relic with no place to be. Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he?
That Doc Mitchell sure knows his stuff, doesn't he?
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways. Everything all right? Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me. That takes care of that. Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty. Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Looks like they hightailed it.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Always happy to help someone down on their luck. Until next time.
Oh, thank goodness! You, come here. Can you help me? My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's gonna die! Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail. You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry. Thanks for clearing out them geckos. Now I'll get to that stash.
Peace, traveler. Just hunter out killing things and holding their hides, fetching more than the bullets cost to kill them. That's a dangerous question. Ask the way abandoned by ask. But since they're close to town, I'll trust your good intentions. I could use you some stimulus. How about some nice boat flights and trade?
No way I'm going back to prison. No way I'm going back to prison. Damn, running low on smokes again.
Hey there.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Brim is off limits. Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs. We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
You lost?
Come on.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
Got business here. Got business here.
Rather be left alone to my misery, if you don't mind.
Got business here. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
It is a real uphill fight these days. I'm not sure how
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes. I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my 2nd tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are. See ya.
Careful, things aren't as safe around here as they could.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business? We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing. The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here. Maybe some guns with some firepower, but Shit. Things are just going slow. Most people just call it the NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A while back, the convicts there staged a coup, killed the guards that weren't able to escape, and have been ransacking the area since then. Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. They've been using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought, most of them at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support. Ask away. Where do you come from that you haven't heard of the NCR? Never mind, it doesn't matter much. If you haven't heard of us, you must not be from the Legion. Put simply, the NCR is the greatest nation currently functioning. Sure can. The NCR was founded from the survivors of one of the Great Vaults. We started as a small settlement called Shady Sands. We now consist of 5 states that make up the greatest nation since the Great War. Caesar's Legion. A bunch of degenerate slavers, led by a madman who calls himself Caesar. Every one of them a barbarian to the last. I've even heard of one of their leaders, the Legate or something. He goes around with a human skull on his head. Savages to the last. It's no secret. Our interest here is twofold. First, we want to remain in control of Hoover Dam. It supplies the Republic with power. It's also a source of fresh water. Second, we want to prevent the Legion from advancing across the Colorado River and endangering the home states. Goodbye.
This is hopeless. Damn! Damn!
I gotta get in the habit of recording my gigs. Gotta keep track of these things so I know where my money is going. Is this thing on?
Whoa!
Alrighty.
Watch out!
It works. Okay.
Whoa!
Failure to deliver the proper recipient may result in forfeiture of your advance and bonus, criminal charges, and pursuit by mercenary reclamation teams. Mojave Express is not responsible for any injury or loss of life. Well, job seems simple. It's just a bunch of fuzzy dice. Wait, there's something in here.
Watch out!
Oh, hell.
Whoa!
I probably shouldn't touch this.
Watch out!
Guess I gotta go deliver this to the guy in Freeside. Shit. Shady Freeside. I got a bad feeling about this. Well, we'll see how this goes. Ah, damn, I forgot. I gotta tell her I'll be late today. Alright, how do I turn this shit off?
Watch out! You like that? No!
Nope. That didn't work. Oh, here it goes.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb. Well, I'm Deputy Beagle, and I'm being held hostage. Can you imagine? I'd be most grateful if you would set me free. I must say it's been the low point of my career in law enforcement. The powder gangers stole into town at night and murdered my sister and her husband, the sheriff, in bed while I was sleeping in the office. I watched them for a bit, waiting for the right moment to pounce and arrest the lot of them, taking careful notes as I watched. To my dismay, they found me while I waited in the shadows and brought me here. Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here. I know, it's incredibly generous and altruistic of you. See you outside. Please excuse me, I'm extricating myself at the moment.
now.
What was that? Who's there?
Maybe I'm just jumpy.
Anybody there?
What was that?
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell. Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost. Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say. I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me? Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps. Well, now that you mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip. Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the Divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in. Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around, asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as like a rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, let Courier 6 carry the package, that's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out. No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Enough for me to say. Nope. Different fella. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen. And he talked more like you or me. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be. Beagle had some notes he was taking while he was eavesdropping around the Powder gangsters. He'll be your best source of information on that subject. Gangers, gangsters, all sounds like trouble to me. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Don't go getting yourself shot.
Watch out! Watch out!
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation. Not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prim. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage? Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the Powder gangers, when some Great Cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took for Courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Gas Casino on Museum.
Billy Betts' Caravan of Relief. You hungry? I got what you need. Thirsty? I got that too. There's my buddy Pablo. He's pretty cool, but watch out. He has a laser rifle, and he's not afraid to use it.
Sure can.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Hey, you! You better step the fuck back. This is Powder Ganger territory. Now turn the fuck around. You asking me what this place is? It's Powder Gang territory. This used to be a prison. They held some of the toughest motherfuckers in this place. It was called the New California Republic Correctional Facility. And let me tell you something. Not much correcting happened here. Just slave labor. So we fucking went through and said, fuck you. We killed the warden, we killed the guards, and we took over. I fucking run this place. Nah, I'm fucking with you. It's Eddie. Eddie runs this place. To be honest, I don't know who the fuck came up with that name, but it stuck. A while back, we were sent here to fix the rails and make new ones. Well, they gave us dynamite to blow shit up. Turn out you can use dynamite to blow the shit out of assholes too. And that's that. Me? I used to roll with the gang in the hub. You ever heard of the hub? It's west of here. Cause this place is a fucking wall, man. Nobody can get through here. It's the safest goddamn place aside from the Lucky 38. There's water, power, and if we need food, we get it. We got everything we need here. What do you want now? Actually, maybe we can work something out. Give me 100 caps and I'll let you in. Well, go on in. I can't guarantee you'll be safe though. It is what it is. Yeah, whatever.
Any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
Didn't know anyone would willingly walk into this place, not unless they were looking for trouble. What's your story? I was a sheriff, believe it or not, for a small town far to the west of here. The short version is that sometimes justice is a little slow, and I helped speed it up one too many times. I'm not sorry for anything I did, but I will do the time. Fair enough trade, if you ask me. Right now, Eddie and his boys run the place. They've got the guns and the dynamite, so they call the shots. I'm not quite sure the kind of greeting NCR troopers will give an escaped con like myself. Figure it's better to stay put for now. I understand that Cook was behind it all. I kept my head down the whole time. Didn't want any part of it. I stuck around, figuring the NCR'd show up and put things back the way they were. No sense in making myself look guilty, right? Some kind of anti-NCR rebel. Some people just don't like being pushed around and told what to do. He went north with some of the other guys. Didn't say where, didn't say why. All I know is he's got some score to settle with the NCR. Watch yourself out there.
Think that roller coaster in Prim is still working?
Damn. Running low on smokes again.
No way I'm going back to prison. You eyeballing me? If it weren't for Cook, we'd still be slaving away for the NCR.
Heard there was a new face around. I'm the doctor around here, sort of. I was an NCR medic for 6 months, so I'm not exactly a doctor. Still, it's more medical training than any of the other guys here. It also gives me an excuse to stay out of any raiding parties. The gang can't lose its only doctor now, can it? Medical supplies go for a decent amount of caps in the right markets. I figured the quartermaster wouldn't notice any missing. I was wrong. I've been a farmhand, a bouncer, a bandit, and an NCR trooper. I don't recommend any of them. One night, there was a big explosion from the other cell block. I had no idea what was going on, so I took cover in my bunk. And when it was all over, the guards were dead and we were free. Most of the other prisoners scattered, but a few of us stuck around, obviously. The location to the highway makes it a good spot to shake down any travelers passing through. That's why Eddie and the rest are still around. Me, I like having big walls between me, myself, and the wasteland. Later.
Hey there.
Think that roller coaster in Prim is still working?
Scrambler's crazier than usual. Watch yourself.
If it weren't for Cook, we'd still be slaving away for the death clause north of here.
Hear about the death clause north of here?
Gotta wonder why the NCR hasn't come for us.
Gotta wonder why the NCR hasn't come for us.
What are you looking at? Stay on Eddie's good side, and you won't have to know. Dynamite. Lots and lots of dynamite. I keep an eye on my buddy Eddie. Anybody messes with him, and I scramble them real good. I was hired on a contract. Had to take a man down. Grabbed a knife, went to his room, slit his throat. His daughter saw me. I couldn't take chances. Couldn't have witnesses. Killed her too. And now I'm here. Uh-huh.
Morning.
Dawes said he let someone in. So, give me a good reason why I shouldn't kill you and throw your body back outside. One mean son of a bitch. Really, truly hates the NCR for some reason. And he got a lot of the other guys around to his way of thinking. Cook and his crew went north. I heard talk about a big plan to get back at the NCR, but we haven't seen him since. The NCR called it a work-release prison. We had the privilege of fixing up the rail lines and blasting rocks for the new ones. They got sloppy. Didn't check on many things. We managed to get a hold of some of that dynamite and keep it for ourselves. It was all Cook's idea. He and his boys managed to swipe some dynamite and hide it away in their cells. The rest of us just tagged along. Cook's crew headed north while the rest of us stuck around for payback. I don't feel like trading life stories. Let me tell you something. This is Powder Ganger territory. My territory. And the men around here understand that. Except for one person. Chavez. He formed his own crew and he's been hitting traitors on his own. Everyone I sent after him either got killed or weren't able to catch him. I want him gone. Good. Chavez and his boys were last seen south of here. If you're lucky, and he's careless, he might still be there. Yeah, get out of here.
Hey.
Morning. Morning.
Oye, puto. You just walked into the wrong camp, my friend. Hand over everything you got, and we might let you live. You from Eddie? I don't give a fuck about you or Eddie. You can tell Eddie to go fuck himself and this motherfucking puta madre. You're not gonna let me live You're gonna learn some fucking respect, man. Cut this puto up.
Haven't seen a decent caravan come up the road in days.
It's about time a new customer showed up around here. Was getting sick and tired of dealing with the same old faces all day. Wasn't always a trader, but figured I might as well keep doing it. I've always had a way of getting things. Scavenging, talking to the right people, selling, and of course, borrowing things when I need to. I worked at a casino in New Reno, and one of the pit bosses decided they didn't like me. Framed me over some caps, and I ended up here. Says that I owe him a favor, and that he'll get back to me. I'm not looking forward to it, but just staying here for now. This is where the NCR sends prisoners. They want to reform us through hard labor. I never saw much reforming around here. Got nowhere else to go. I'd just end up back in another prison, a dead out in the wasteland. If I don't have anything you like, then get the fuck out. I don't do special orders. See ya.
Hello.
What? Good. I'm happy you cleaned that up for me. Got another situation here. There's a merchant hanging around near the prison. Something ain't right about him. I want you to deal with him. Shake him down if he's legit. But if he's not, take him out. Yeah, get out of here.
Better be careful around these parts. I hear there's powder gangers around and dangerous for merchants like me. Well, you see, Fuck. I'm really a bounty hunter trying to catch some powder gangers. But they probably saw through me just like you did. I've been hanging around hoping to ambush some of them, but haven't had any success. Yeah, was a stupid idea anyway. See you around. You won't see me around here again.
What? Good. Had him figured for NCR. One of the Rangers, maybe. Anyway, speaking of NCR, I need you to take a walk down to Prim. The NCR hasn't raised hell over our breakout, and I want to know why. They're up to something. Yeah, get out of here.
Hey, youngster. Still hanging about Prim, huh? I might know something, but my memory ain't what it used to be. Sometimes it needs motivating. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Hey, youngster. Hey, youngster. Still hanging about? Well, I swore not to say a word, but an NCR deserter passed through some days ago and traded for supplies. According to him, the NCR has decided enough's enough. and's going to send in a mess of troops to take back the prison any day now. Bye.
Yeah? Military operations are classified information. Some powder gangers did you wrong? Is that it? Get in line. Well, you do look capable. And we need all the help we can get. All right, fine by me. If you want to put yourself in harm's way, go for it. I'll mark the staging area on your map. Talk to Sergeant Lee.
I'm Sergeant Lee. Lieutenant Hayes radioed ahead to say you were on the way. We've got surprise on our side, and that's about it. Once we blow a gap in the fence, we've got to pour on the fire and keep them disorganized. Our goal is to take out their leader, some assbag named Eddie. With the ringleader gone, the rest will fold. And that's all the briefing you're going to get. Let's go.
out.
Come on!
If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and burning this town to the ground. Got it?
Keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad man after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. All right. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Be careful out there.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play? Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. My caravan was on the return trip from California, and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Say no more. I'm in. That's inspiring. You may want to keep your optimism to yourself if you try to recruit anyone else. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. I'll be waiting.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right. I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock. Be careful out there.
Howdy. Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up. Yep.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Can do.